Hello everybody, my name is Tommy Watcher and I can't do a proper introduction, but welcome to Oxygen Not Included, a new game that is still in the alpha or pre-alpha depending on where you look at it, but it plays like a full game. And I must confess, I have played this game before. I played it once just to see what it was like, and I pretty much went till I couldn't go anymore because everyone was dying. I played till my first death, and being the purist that I am, I couldn't have that. So shut it down, opened up a second one with the intent of recording it. And about 2 hours into playing, I realized I had stopped all my commentary and I was just having fun playing the game. So played that one till more or less the same thing happened, learned some more stuff. Nobody died, but things weren't looking that good. And now we're gonna start a third one, and third time's the charm. So here we go. And when you first start, you get to pick your 3 dudes. I'm going to explain a lot of the game as we go. Don't want to spend too much time on the screen. You are allowed a semblance of randomization. You can shuffle them till you get some guys that you like. And I shuffled them till we got everyone that had most 2 important things right here. Decor expectation, -20, and the stress response, vomiter. The 2 things that you can get from that are vomiter or destructive, and destructive can really mess you up late in the game, but we'll get more into that later. I am going to give these guys some custom names. Okay, so we have Tommy, Theomny, and Tammy. Shut up, I'm not narcissistic. Let's go to the cool cave of not death. Okay. Alert! Your crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar terrestrial body. Oddly, they have no recollection of how they got there. It might be best to start digging, and digging we shall do! Little spoiler, the reason they can't remember anything is because they're clones. If you look at them somewhere in here, it calls them duplicates. And this is the world as we can see it, and there's a bunch of stuff, and water, and resources, and it's a very mechanic intensive game. Like if you look there, it goes so far as to how much they breathe, how much they exhale. Printing pod, that's the thing. Next duplicate, it counts down and then you get a new one. The amount of breathable gas you got there. So we have oxygen, the temperature, right in there it's a vacuum, all sorts of different things that work different ways. So you got to try and balance it all. And that's the fun of this game, is you never, at least in what I've played, get to a spot where you're just okay. Something's always breaking, messing up on you, and you always just gotta fight to survive. So I guess the appeal in the game is finding just the perfect spot where everything's okay. So, since I've played this a few times before, I have a plan. Hopefully this one will work and nobody will die. So I'm going to do a lot of pausing in and out. I'll try and cut it all out and only focus on the good stuff. Now, hopefully with how I have this priority set, one person will build a ladder, one person will dig, and one person will build an outhouse. Scratch that, because that's in a vacuum. I just realized we got a little bit of copper here. I don't know if it'll be enough to do what I want, but I would rather get some algae while I'm at it, and some copper. Okay, getting a little bit of copper, we can build our first generator, and a tiny battery to go with it, and a research station. So that's cool. That's all exactly what I wanted. I suppose I do need to link it all up, and we don't have enough metal for that. Dang. Looks like they got just enough for some wiring. Don't you lie to me, though. I'm gonna laugh like halfway through this thing. They're like, oh, no more copper. Aw, look how cute they are. Little snoring faces just passed out. So then what I want to do is I want to prioritize research. Power that. Yeah, run, little dude. Build some storage. First thing that I want to research is farming tech, which gives us the algae terrariums, a compost bin, and a planter box. You start with a little bit of food, but after a while you have to find a way to get your own food. Kind of like how these things, they last a little while, gives you a little bit of a break early on, but then you gotta get serious. Something else that I ought to queue up while they're cleaning He has 3 cots for him. Have him chew up some more algae. Build a ladder so they can get the rest of that algae. While they sleep, I'm going to put this back down to normal speed and look around. Because part of my end game plan, as you dig out, you run into this nasty stuff. Clay, slime, and contaminated water. I don't know what that does, haven't found an exact reason. But this can make your dude sick. There's ways of purifying it with refinement, which doesn't show us much yet, but you can get a water purifier and stuff like that. And something that distills the slime down into algae, so that you have a constant supply of algae. But then there's a little dude, a little creature that lives in with them called a puffed. And those guys are cool because they make slime. They clean contaminated oxygen. They're sort of the nature's housekeepers. They eat the contaminated oxygen and produce slime, and then you can turn the slime into algae. And I was really hoping one of those dudes would be around here. They just sort of live in these pockets. Because we're going to need to find one of those later. There we go. Research completed. Woo! We have compost, which will be a little important for that thing. Oxygen, the algae terrarium. We're going to build one of those right now. Gonna have them dig out a spot right there for it. And food. We can make a ration box and a planter box. You see, what the things you want to get for food would be like these right here. There we go. You can see all the red there. They got a bit of carbon dioxide going on. Oh, we're also going to need to dig to the water, which is a little high. We don't want to flood the place. So we'll dig there. Planter box. These are some of the things you can get. Those aren't actually grubs, from what I read. If you care about it, you can read the description right there, pause it and read it. But that's the living part of the plant, strangely enough. And you can turn that into food. So we're going to have them do that. Here in a bit, we're going to build a ladder. Yep, down to there. And next research that we want to do, wrong button. It's kind of strange. You can't click and drag through here. You have to use the scroll wheel, but it is in pre-alpha. Next thing that we're going to have him research is this one. Yeah, we're going to do gas piping, so we can get to that one next. But for now, I'm going to end the episode right there. We've gone over a lot already. We'll keep going over more. Again, super fun game, super addicting. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you in the next episode.